Hello fellow guitar geeks, in this video I'm going to be taking a look at this, the ACOD Overdrive from Missing Link Audio. I'm going to try it with various guitars through a variety of different amplifiers. I'll open it up, have a look inside, and at the end of the video I'll tell you whether I think you should buy it or not. But first, let's hear it in a song. Video over? No, that instantly great. I mean, that's turning my Fender Deluxe Reverb from this into this. Wow! Obviously this pedal is inspired by ACDC if you haven't guessed by now, but is the ACDC sound that hard to get? I don't know. I will say that that does sound exactly like something that my memory calls the ACDC sound. So if we really put it down to brass tacks and needed to get the exact amps and the exact speakers and the exact guitars and the wireless unit that apparently plays a part in the tone of, I'm going to say, Angus Young, then I don't know. But that pedal is instantly ACDC reminiscent. I know when a pedal's good, it's when I forget that I'm making a video and have to talk and say things when I just start playing guitar. Doing an overdrive pedal is always difficult because it's off and then it's on and then you've got varieties of different gain. So what I will do is explore the tone and explain what the knobs and switches do. Now the ACOD comes equipped with 3 knobs, volume, gain and tone. We've got 9 volts in at the top, we've got in and out jack sockets at the sides, a rather satisfying foot switch. It's a sort of, I would call a medium strength push to activate that, but it's a satisfying pop. We have a blue LED. I would expect that to be red, but yeah, does that make sense? Red would make more sense for this style of pedal. Anyway, and the graphic, of course, is very, very ACDC reminiscent. Now, as I'm filming this, the pedal is brand new, but you might have heard of Missing Link Audio from their pedals such as the Eliminator, which is the Billy Gibbons ZZ Top-inspired pedal. I haven't tried that, but I've certainly seen it, and the graphics of that pedal certainly lend themselves to being in a series with this ACOD being the ACDC drive. I'm going to play it some more, of course, and we'll explore that gain knob, which apparently goes from thick and chewy rhythms to mind-soaringly, brain-bendingly thick, soaring leads. I don't know. Words that describe sounds. It's best just to play it. So let's start off with volume at around unity. I'm guessing that is, and gain all the way down and tone in the middle. Let's... That's adding just a nice little bit of a gritty... It's grit, isn't it? Grit is the word for this pedal. Okay, I'll put a loop on and then I'll sweep the gain, see where that gets us. That is driving the Fender Deluxe Reverb beautifully at already 9 o'clock. So we're about a quarter of the way, and that's driving that for rhythm wonderfully. This means that the rest of that gain knob must be good for leads, which is not my forte, but I will see what I can pull out of the proverbial bag. I'll do the same thing again with that gain in what I think is now my favorite position, and I'll sweep the tone. That's about the sweet spot for me on this gain setting. Certainly, as I increase the gain, it gets brighter. So more gain equals brighter, more high frequencies, more presence. It becomes a little bit painful to my ear, but that's because I'm sweeping the gain. I really think I found my favorite setting on there. I will at some point try a different guitar and try some stuff that isn't ACDC, but currently that's a great sound. I don't know the price of the pedal, by the way. Judging by the prices of the other pedals coming from Missing Link Audio, I'd say this is around $200. But I'll go into more about the price later on in the review part of the video. I'm going to play it, I'm going to try and do some leads. I think that what that needs is more gain. You can feel that it needs more gain, but that gain level was far too much for chords. Might not be too much for chords. Certainly, I think we could be doing with backing off the gain here for rhythms, and then backing off the guitar volume for rhythms, and then maxing the guitar volume for solos. And I was on 10 throughout that first part of the video. So apart from the track, so this is 10. That's very pleasing to play. That guitar's out of tune. I'm having a whale of a time with this. Now, as far as I know, because I'm not the world's most knowledgeable ACDC fan, Angus Young, the lead guitar player in ACDC, doesn't have any pedals, or at least doesn't change them during a solo and a rhythm part. So I've seen him use the volume knob on his guitar to go from doing those classic Angus Marshall rhythms to the classic Angus Marshall solos, which have more gain in them. So I think this ACOD is really a case of find the tone and the gain level that fits your guitar, and then adjust the volume on the guitar to fit those different sections of a classic rock song. I think it's an always-on kind of a preamp pedal, and I don't know if I'm demonstrating it well for you, but it's one of those pedals that feels great to play. The response on it is wonderful, and I'm really enjoying playing guitar. However, I just want to play an A chord the whole time. it's just got so much power and girth, and it is doing a wonderful job of ACDC. I would love to put this in conjunction with the 45 caliber from J-Rocket. So that is the Malcom Young tone, and this is certainly the Angus tone. It's going through a Fender amp and sounding like a Marshall. Many pedals can claim to do that, and I've played a lot of Marshalls in a box, but this one is doing that top-end presency thing really, really well. And as I said, there are many on offer on the market. However, this one is an extreme lot of fun. Extreme a lot? An extreme amount of fun. Right, let's try some different guitars. Let's put a Strat through it and see if I can make a Strat sound more Angus Young. This is my AVRI Hot Rod Strat, very 60s, very stratty. Let's see if it can sound like Angus. So, bridge pickup. Very bright, so let's bring that tone down. Now the output on the Strat having single coils is less, of course. I'm finding a bit muddy on a Strat bridge pickup. There, it suddenly scoops some mid-range out of the tone. Or maybe there's just everything missing because it's gone Strat. I'll try the second position. It's still retaining that Strat sound. Let's try backing off the tone on the guitar and giving it more tone in the pedal. Yeah! Done it! That sounds like Angus Young. Alright, let's drop my pick on the floor and try, I guess the Fender 𝗚𝗘𝗏 Jaguar would be a good idea, because the output on this, on the pickups, is so loud that it makes most pedals misbehave. This has got Super Distortion 100s in it from 𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏, so it's massive high output for a non-active guitar. Hello, pick! Kind of play the same riff again. I'm guessing that I'm going to have to back off the gain for this. See, it's louder than the Strat already. That is monstrous. That's not ACDC, that's something else. That is kind of ACDC-ish rocky thickness. Let's push the gain up. It's going to get noisy. There's a hiss coming already, but we're already giving it quite a bit of noise. See if I can get it anywhere near 𝗚𝗘𝗏𝗏's tone. not just an ACDC pedal, is it? Put an SG style guitar through it, it's ACDC. Put a Strat, you can get some ACDC out of it. Put a Kurt Cobain Jaguar through it, it suddenly becomes this huge grungy monster. A lot of gain on tap, not even at max. Let's see if it fuzzes. Does it fuzz? Backing off the volume there. I did that automatically. Sometimes my fingers just do what I think I should do. Not quite. It's still an overdrive, so I guess that's good. It doesn't fuzz really, but we're going into a very clean Fender amp. That's the amp I'm going into, and it turns into this. So lots and lots of gain. That is max gain, by the way. Let's do through the Marshall, which I'm going to need to turn on, and I'm going to need to let it warm up a little bit. While I'm doing that, let's go back to the Strat, and see if I can get it to do some kind of Hendrixy stuff. The difference in volume is insane. There's no volume. Where's my volume gone? It does kind of fuzz on the neck pickup. There is this kind of fuzz in there. Oh, it's nice. It's kind of octavey fuzzy. But let's. Okay, there's a nice discovery. I'm surprised. Now I haven't done the top 5. Flipping heck, haven't done the top 5 tones. Massive hand for this pedal because I thought you couldn't get 5 tones that warrant doing a top 5. But it turns out I'm wrong. Yeah. Let's back off the gain and see if I can get a sort of convincing Hendrixy little overdrivey tone. It's a bit too much gain. Let's back off the gain and bring that tone up a bit. Lost the gain a little and boost the volume. This is good. By the way, this is the clean tone on the Fender. Amazing. So the boost that's coming out of this is really nice. There's not a lot of gain, a little touch of tone. It's such a simple pedal to use that's giving, so far, All three guitars have sounded phenomenal, and I'm speaking like my 5-year-old son. I've got it to sound exactly as I wanted it to sound in every setting. I'm going to try and fuzz it up with the 𝗚𝗘𝗘𝗏 Jaguar through the Marshall. It's a lot louder than the Fender, so let's just bring that down. This is the Marshall SV20 head. It's quite a bright plexi amp style. There's grit there already. Let's put the pedal back on. And we're going to try and fuzz it. That might have just upset a lot of you by getting it so noisy. Sorry. Definitely one of those. I mean, listen to the clean tone. This is one of those pedals that makes you want to play guitar. That is a good pedal, in my opinion. I'm going to put a baritone through it. Now I think we're hearing how bright the pedal is. So it's a lot of that top end, which is maybe what's making those guitars ring out. But here it sounds kind of Limp Bizkit-y, 90s, that sort of. Let's punch the gain. Fun, not my favourite baritone setting. Let's just try it on the Fender before I unplug it. I changed my mind. It is great with the Fender Deluxe Reverb. It's already doing that Marshall thing. So by putting the Marshall style pedal through a Marshall amp doesn't seem, this case, to be a good idea. And gain is at the top. I like that. Should we put the volume all the way to the top, see what happens? I'm not sure if it makes good YouTube when I do stuff like that because I look like I'm not enjoying myself, but I'm actually very much paying attention to the tone, so I'm just very serious. Alright, it is time to have a look inside the pedal and then talk about whether I think you should buy it or not. Firstly, in the case, and I do this, by the way, for two reasons, or several reasons. One of the reasons is fun, which is the main reason. The second reason is just to check the build quality. And I've got these little sticky things on there to stop the pedal sliding around. That did not come with the pedal. Let's turn it over gently and open it up. Oh, I got the right end the right time. Right, let's crack that open. That was not too difficult to undo. Some pedals are tighter than a tiger's wallet pocket. Come open. Has he glued it tight, or is it just that well? Oh no, there we go. Here we go. Wow, All right, that is a nice looking pedal. I don't have a degree in physics or electronics or anything like that. What I do have is a degree from the Life University of looking at things and thinking they look great. And I think that looks great. Trifecta missing link audio. What are those chips? Excuse the throw for a minute. That's the inside of the pedal, and it looks tidy as a butcher's pocket, but those wires look a bit out of place. Now, I'm not a pedal builder, neither do I understand how pedals are put together, but that looks like it could have... Oh no, it's nice and stiff. All right, okay, that's not flopping around. Not flopping around, not going to cause an issue. That's the inside of the pedal. Seems well built. Seems well designed, I will say. Very well designed. All right, let's find out if I think you should buy it or not. Recommending overdrives to people is kind of like recommending sandwiches, because there are so many on the menu, so many different types, and they are all basically sandwiches at their core. However, they taste oh so different and are, to some people, very, very, very scrumptious and delicious, and to other people, disgusting and pointless and horrible. Yet switch the sandwich and you have a different opinion. And I think that's what it's like for overdrives. So I'm not sure how Missing Link Audio devised this pedal, if they wanted to make an overdrive and then said it sounded like ACDC, or they wanted to make an ACDC style pedal and came up with the AC overdrive. I consider it probably the latter. So they wanted to make an ACDC sound, an Angus Young sound I should say, and I think they've succeeded. And I say that because I've had so much fun playing this pedal, and I have so much fun generally playing those basic AC/DC classic rock riffs, and just playing that A chord with a little bit of bluesy bends makes me so happy, and it's not challenging in any way, or maybe not even inspiring to listen to, but I enjoyed it. And this pedal was not just sounding like a typical Marshall in the box. It had that presence and that crispiness that you don't always get when you get a Marshall in a box. You get sometimes just this big, thick sound. And for having 3 knobs that are extremely easy to dial in, and being around $200, which I think is the right price, and if it is the right price, I think it's the right price, as in that's the sort of price you should be paying for a hand-built overdrive. It does something that other Marshalls in boxes don't do, and it doesn't just do AC/DC, as we learned in the parts where I played other guitars. So I did try and get AC/DC out of it with a Strat. Then I just realized that we should just see what it did with a Strat. And I didn't think I could do top 5 tones with this, but I could have. And then when I played it with that 𝗚𝗘𝗏 Jaguar, wherever it is, it turned into a big, beefy monster. I didn't think, I always do push the gain to the maximum when I use overdrive pedals, fuzzes and distortions, just to see what they do. This certainly has a sweet spot if you want that AC/DC sound, and I would recommend setting the gain, setting the tone, and then using the volume on your guitar to switch between a lead and a rhythm sound. And when you back off the volume, it really, really does just sit nicely underneath in both volume and gain structure, and then when you push that volume up, it suddenly becomes more soaring, more filling, more leady, and that's exactly what you want from a pedal that claims to do what this pedal claims to do. So yes, I think the ACOD is a fine pedal. If you're after an AC/DC style pedal and you have a guitar with humbuckers, then this will take you very far with a clean amp. If you have something that's a bit more drivey, so the Plexi does drive at early volumes, it didn't work so well. So if you're using something Fender or something super clean, then that's really going to take the ACD biscuit for you. If you want to do some more high gain stuff, then you have some high gain pickups, then that also does it, surprisingly. And if you're using a Strat or something with single coils, it still does that AC/DC classic rock tone. And I guess with checking the volume and checking the tone of this pedal, you can even make it do other classic rock things. But it does excel at doing what it claims to do. Hello, I've just interrupted myself whilst editing. Hi. I wanted to add this little bit of a criticism that I think there should be more space in the bottom end of the gain knob, because I found that my more rocky AC/DC tones really came in the first quarter to a third of the gain knob, and I'd like to see that opened up to maybe the first half, so that we have a little bit more tweaking possibilities over the lesser gain settings. Thank you. Carry on. Well, If you want more information on the Missing Link Audio ACOD, or you might want to buy it, there is a link in the video description that will send you to the place you need to go to spend your hard-earned cash and get the ACDC tone. As I've said the word tone, that means it's the end of the video, and you've made it this far, which puts you in the end of the video club. And to prove that you are a member of this prestigious elite, when you leave your comment down below telling me what you think of the ACOD, and I hope that you do leave a comment, please also include the phrase, "You shook me all night long." And that will make me laugh, firstly, the main reason I do this. The second reason, it will let me know that you watched this part of the video, so you're attentive. And the third reason, which is also a big part, is it will appease the YouTube gods, and they will know that you're watching this far in the video, and therefore push it right at the ranking so more people get to see it and get to enjoy some ACDC style tones. Thank you for doing that. This pedal is based on Angus Young from ACDC, but right there is a video on the J-Rocket 45 caliber, which is based on Malcom Young's tone. So I recommend you go over there and watch that as well. I've been Andy, you've been wonderful. This has been the ACOD. Bye bye.